Hello, friend. So, I've been thinking about the video I made yesterday, and I mean, it was a really raw and honest video of what I was experiencing and going through, and I thought, I mean, it's easy to put out a video and then feel silly or embarrassed or whatever, but it's a really honest video of what I was feeling, and I wanted to share it because sometimes when you're doing these law of assumption things and it feels like things aren't going the way you would hope, it's easy to become angry or discouraged and or feel hopeless or things like that, especially when you've been at it and trying for so long to make things good, to make things better in your life. And it's interesting because I had a missed call at like about 5:23 a.m. this morning from my partner. And he got over his fugue, whatever his issues were with me in his head, and he apologized and told me that he could see where he had been wrong in his interaction with me, and I appreciate that. I do, and I think I still want to give myself what I want, and I don't want to suffer. So, I could be like, I'm really just tired of the cycle of trauma and miscommunication. Or I could dig in even more and be finding what it is inside of myself that is creating this experience. And I really want the experience to be good and lovely and wonderful. And I think it's possible. But I think the most important thing still is the relationship that I am having with my own inner being. Because that is ultimately the one relationship that I can't walk away from, because it's a part of me. And so I think things can be put off, things can be avoided, but ultimately you, at some point, whether you do it before you leave your body or not, you still have to be present with yourself. And I don't think there's a punishment for not being present with yourself, other than that you will suffer because I think it's just an automatic side effect. So, yeah, when I listened today to the video that Edward R. put out, and I know it's true, and that if I can give myself great joy, I can also give myself great sorrow. So I'm asking myself how to listen with my inner ears, what it is that I've been missing, and why I've been giving myself so much pain and suffering with the person that I love. And my inner being might even be saying that to me. Why do I give my inner being so much pain and suffering when all it wants to do is love me? So I am willing to look not outside of myself to solve all the things. I am willing to look within my own being to understand and to allow clarity and awareness to clear my perceptions. And so I'm not going to remove the video where I was crying, because it's a part of my journey, and I'm not going to judge myself for it, because it's where I was at, and it's okay. It's okay to be confused or hurt or even cause yourself suffering. I think what's really important is also to be willing to see why or how, and then to be receptive to what comes up from that, because that's ultimately, I think that's how truth reveals itself to us, is when we have breakdowns, we can then have major breakthroughs. And I am learning a lot about my own well-being. I am learning a lot about having healthy boundaries. I am learning a lot about what I do, what I want, and what I do not want. And I'm also very resilient. I know, because I'm still here, and I still have a willingness to move in joy and not reside in states of misery or suffering. It's not where I tend to want to be, but experiencing them, giving myself space and grace to move through those experiences without judgment or condemnation of myself or anyone else. I think those are important parts that we oftentimes overlook, just how beautifully we are trying to move in this life, and then sometimes in very hard and traumatic experiences. And so I think we should be kinder to ourselves and absolutely give as much love and compassion to ourselves as we would give to someone else. I don't have to prove my worth to anyone or anything. I shouldn't have to prove my worth to myself either. I can accept that I am of value and that I'm adored and loved. And I can give that to myself. I can accept that for myself. And I do think that it's easy to overlook those kindness, that kind of kindness that we give to others. We must give that to ourselves as well. And we deserve that. We're here. And I think the more we get just kind of like in the habit of accepting that we are ultimately, inherently worthy of love and respect and joy, that will be reflected back to us more and more. And if it's, going to be, if someone is going to be in my life, I want them to reflect back to me beauty and joy and laughter and fun. And I think that is a healthy desire to have for oneself, and to move through life giving that to myself, if that's what I want from anyone. I have to see where I'm missing my mark, where I'm not giving that to myself. And then if I have done that, and then things should continue to get better and better. And if they don't, then I guess I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. So I just wanted to share this with you, because if you're watching my videos, you probably care. And I care. I care very much that you're present with me, but also that you're probably here because you're being present with yourself. And we are sharing this with one another because the truth is worth sharing. And we're worth the truth. We're worth sharing the truth with one another. So I hope that wherever you are, you're being very good to yourself. Until we talk again, friend, much love.